R&B singer Cassie Ventura back on the stand in the trial against Sean Diddy Combs.
All right, today she was questioned by lawyers for the defense who are trying to portray her as a willing participant in Diddy's active sexual lifestyle.
We have team coverage for you, so let's begin with Fox Eye's Richard Giacovas outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Richard, what can you tell us?
Natasha, Steve, we could tell you that testimony, that cross-examination is still continuing at this hour. Cassie Ventura back on the stand after 2 long days of her own testimony for that cross-examination, with the defense repeatedly showing the courtroom sexually explicit text messages and emails between Ventura and her then boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs. Most of those exchanges between the two, some from as early as 2008, others as late as 2017, all in part to show that Cassie had agreed to take part in the so-called freak-offs. At one point, the defense saying to make him happy, you told him that you wanted to do freak-offs, to which Cassie replied, there's a lot more to that. Cassie has said she was on opiates when she sent some of those messages. And a new revelation towards the end of today's testimony about Combs and his alleged drug use. Our Lisa Evers has been in the courtroom all week. You were there again today, Lisa. I want to bring you in now. What's so interesting is that, did we ever hear that Diddy overdosed on drugs?
No, we haven't, Richard. And in fact, even well before this trial, there was a lot of talk of him using drugs recreationally, but none about an overdose. Cassie testified that he had an overdose in 2012, that she drove him to the hospital, and that they regularly used a lot of different drugs, including ketamine and ecstasy and these painkillers, Richard.
Why is the defense so focused on these drug overdoses? There's really a hyper-focus on that, it seems.
What they're really trying to show is that this whole thing is about a lifestyle issue, that these were their private choices of the lifestyle they were leading, a troubled, toxic relationship fueled by this drug use, and that this was not sex trafficking, but domestic abuse and violence and issues stemming from this drug use, Richard.
Yeah, how was Cassie on the stand today?
She was steady on the stand today, but answering a lot of questions, though, saying, I don't know, I'm not sure, a little bit hesitant, asking to be refreshed. She had to read some of those explicit text messages you mentioned in open court again, but she kept it steady.
Another wild day, Lisa. Well,
yes.
The testimony is still continuing now. The cross-examination expected to go through tomorrow before the prosecution can come back and ask her more questions. We'll see what happens. Lisa will be there, and we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, day 3 on the stand for her, and she could go into labor at any day now. Wild,
Wow.
so stressful. All right, we appreciate it. Thanks.